Revelation 12 verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Call all Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to the hopefully like men that scattered abroad, pushing truth without sincerity. And shalom to those few sisters just taking heed and getting in order. Right? And brother, I'm one coming at you with the Lord willing, edifying video, uplifting. And I'm going to just say it again, man. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Right? I just so happens to have, one of those dreams, and seeing the elders stand firm in that dream, it just says a lot, man. This is where we're going to be. A lot of brothers will have this lot, and you want to be prepared mentally for it. Right? I'm going to play a video of what I just had the dream of this morning. Con. And like I said, we was out that room being pretty much forced to go against, something that we're not supposed to do. Right? Let's grab that in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, prepare thyself for temptation. Right? Prepare thyself for temptation. Going against something that you shouldn't be doing. We come to a time period where we'll have to go against something that we shouldn't receive, which would be that digital device. And this is why we're in the grace period now, building ourselves up for that time, because we know it's coming. Now, do we know if we're going to be inside those concentration camps or not? We don't know. But hey, we're going to be prepared for it anyway. And like I said, just seeing how the elder was just so firm and, just relaxed, it was relaxed in the time of calamity. Shit is dead serious in here. It was relaxed because we knew what we signed up for. We knew we love not our lives until the death. This is how we overcome. This is how we get the victory if we insert the lot of the concentration camps. And like I mentioned, in the dream, he had an injection. He got injected, and that would kill them. But we know inside the scriptures, Revelation 20:4. Let's describe it. This was going to take you out by going against Esau, and saying no. Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh Bashem Shai, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with Hamashiach Yahweh Shai 1,000 years. Right? So, hey, it was seen, it was prophesied that, hey, you're gonna be inside of a building room, and there's gonna be guillotines, man, chopping blocks, getting rid of the men that believe. But think about it, through it all, it was the firmness, man. The scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. It was firm enough to hear what the consequence is going to be, and guess what? Who was fine with it? Who was fine with it? Was ready for it. Actually, this is us preparing ourselves right now to say no, and face whatever consequence is behind it. Right? Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. This is going to be the strength of salvation, this wisdom and knowledge, man. You're building yourself up to say no, to come to the great hour of temptation, man. It's just the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Like I said, we're building ourselves up, to pretty much, get beheaded. Standing firm for the name of Yahweh Shai, right? That's what he said, the angel. That's what Ezra was talking about, man. I commended those that stood so stiffly for the name. Man, we inside the spirit of the Maccabee brothers, man. Right, and I'm gonna grab that. Let me grab that to Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong. Right, be strong. It's not gonna just be no easy time to be in, most definitely. But we have the wisdom, knowledge, truth, and understanding. That's what's gonna keep us in the spirit. That's what's gonna keep us bold, man. Because like I said, we wasn't worrying. We already knew what we was gonna say. Like the Lord say, hey, I'm gonna give you a tongue to say inside that day, man. And that was what he said to him, man. Hey, look, I ain't going for that. Short and simple. I ain't going for that. You talking about kids, man. Hey, look, man, that's something you worry about when you first come inside the truth. We at the end of this thing, so we in the mind we seasoned vets. That's rookie level tactics right there, man. I'm not saying that tactic won't work because, hey, some brothers may fall short to that, but ultimately they're not of the elect. So the tactic can work, but hey, Esau was talking to men that was not gonna go for that, man. That's why the elite had to get rid of them. And guess what? Them works follow, man. You just sleeping for a small moment. And I'm gonna grab that later on. It says, verse 11, put on the whole armor of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Put on the whole armor from the headgear all the way down to the foot. Put on the whole armor. You're gonna need it. It says that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? The wiles, what? The craftiness, the cunningness, right? Going back to Esau in Genesis 25, if I'm mistaken. He's a cunning hunter, man. Deceitful. He's trying to take you out through a simple ass tactic, a lie. You know, scriptures say, hey, can be ignorant of Satan's devices, his schemes, his tactics, his plots, his plans. And the elder Dale was above all of that, man. The elder Gabar was above all of that, man. He wasn't, hey, man. Come on with it. That's it. That was pretty much like the words of the elder, man. Come on with it, man. You ain't talking about nothing. Come on with that injection. Get me up out of here. You playing. You playing with somebody that ain't playing. You know? Let's go to the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. It says, it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. Right? These men was taken. You know, same way in today's time, we're gonna be taken. We're gonna be hearing smooth words. See if we're gonna fall for it. Matter of fact, let's grab it and I'm gonna come back to it. Salakia. Like I said, I had so many scriptures I just had in my mind when I woke up and was able to just soak in what I was just having a dream about. It was just a lot, you know, and I just want to try to grab out as many as I can. Psalms 55, verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right? And that just from beginning times all up until now, man. His words was smoother than butter. In that concentration camp, his words was real smooth, man. Like I said, he kept asking, you sure you don't want to take, you know, get the kids, you know? What about your babies, man? You don't want them? No, he was taunting you. He was cunning. He was coming cunningly. You know? Matter of fact, let me grab something else right quick. The book of 1 Peter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant. Right? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And us taking that seal is how he would devour us inside this time, man. This is why we say you got to be circumspect, paying attention, because we come to a time of great tribulation, the hour of temptation. But if you're being sober and you're vigilant, you're able to see how this man coming. You'll be able to go walk accordingly. You know, we tell brothers, hey, you may be inside these concentration camps. Some may be in the wilderness. But hey, let's stick to the script of being inside this concentration camp. You got to go all the way out. You know, you got to see it through. And the elder Gabar was setting an example, just like in the book of the 7 brothers. He was setting an example, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Hey, look, man, this how you do it. You just, stand firm. You know, stand firm. Like I said, the elder, you know, he winked and, he took the consequence of the chin by not taking that sea hip, man. So he set the example. Like I said, and that's what reminded me of the 7 brothers. He set the example for the rest of the brothers to follow. 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldst thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die, rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. See the mindset they was in? It goes back into what Ephesians 6, you know, allow them, put on the whole armor. stand inside the wiles of the devil. That's part of that armor. You got that wisdom, knowledge, truth, and understanding. Look, man, go ahead and do what you got to do. You're not going for that. You know, tell that to an unbeliever. I'm a believer over here. We believers in here. This is why we in here. This is why you're trying to get rid of us, because we believe. We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our Father. And what will be that simple law that you will be transgressing? Hey, the book of Leviticus 19 and 28. It says, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahweh. And that's just a simple law, man. You know? Because, you know, receiving that seed is a sin you will not be able to repent from. You know, it's consequences behind that. Right? The book of Revelation 14. You know, so let's go back to the book of 2 Maccabees. It says, verse 2 again. But one of them that spake first said this, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. Verse 3, then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot. Because what he was mad because of the fact that the first brother spoke. You know, one of the brothers spoke for all of them pretty much, and that made them mad because they didn't fall for the tactic. You know, so we come to that time period, man. Again, matter of fact, Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Just for his comfort, man. All the way up into death is comfort. It's comfort. And I'm going to close out with that one too. 1 Thessalonians, right? Let's go to the book of Revelation 2. Matter of fact, I'm not going to lie to you. Esau been fucking with me trying to do this video. I done tried to do this video 5 times now. So hopefully I already have repeated the scripture already. Psalms 55 verse 21. Matter of fact, it's like I did, but I read it again. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And thing about it is, we're going to be inside these concentration camps. They're going to, it says he will come down with great wrath because you know they have but a short time. Right? We're going to be heavily persecuted, man. Our backs are really going to be literally against the wall. You know, and you want to be firm. You know, we've been taking this time period right now to actually build ourselves up. This is the time to let our fruit show in the time of adversity. Right? Revelation 2 verse 10. Because he's going to come with those smooth and cunning words, man. But hey, just watching the elder and you know, both of the elders, right? But mainly Elder Gabar, because he was actually on, you know, being pressed at the time. Hey, like I said, he gave that wink and, hey, man, let the rest of it play out. It says, Revelation 2 verse 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. The devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? So we already know what's inside. We already know the prophecies, man. That what made us so calm, because we actually witnessing what we've been reading about, man, come to pass. That's even more evident of why we will stay even more firm. Because we know it's happening. We in the mix of it. It says, fear none of those things. Don't fearing death for what, man? That's sleep for a little moment. That's sleep for a little moment, man. And then, like I said, you know, we already had got the call that, not necessarily like a call. I know out here in Atlanta, well, the outskirts of Atlanta, you know, certain, the first of the month, Wednesdays, they always test an alarm, you know, and it always say, we just testing, you know. But in that day, it was just like it was on that same type of tower, you know, just letting you know that, hey, we on the way. And it was like a certain type of a siren. So we knew that was coming. Which is one of the ones that got picked up. right? Inside, and being placed inside of a concentration camp. But it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. We can be tried to what? Take that C hip, man. To take that C hip. And gold, what it says, gold is tried in the fire. You know? But at the end of it, it's going to show its perfect work, man. Because at the end of this right here, not receiving that C hip, being put to sleep for the little moment, we're going to be what? On the same side like how Yahweh Shah was, man. Getting his glory. We'll be getting our glory, man. All by staying down. Finishing the course. The correct way. Be thou faithful unto death. Right? Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Like I said, it correlates back to the book of 2 Esdras chapter 2, man. I commended those that stood so stiffly for the name. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Strive for the truth unto death. This is what we must do. Strive for the truth all the way to the end. And the Lord shall fight for thee. All right, and I just want to play this video one more time. Car. Being inside that room, is what it's gonna show. I did a Howards and Hedges just saying, hey, ice is solid till some heat is applied to it. And this is the time we're gonna see who's solid. And hey, man, the elder was just showing that was solid, man. That was gold, ready to be tried. Death wasn't gonna separate the love. Tribulation was gonna separate the love from the elder Apostle Bar and Yahweh Shemel Shah. Let's go to the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. And I'll close out with that. But, the thing was, like I said, I want to clear up again. In the dream, it was like an ejection. I didn't get to see the guillotine. It was an ejection he put in them. But we know inside Revelation 20 and 4, we will be beheaded with the guillotine. Right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, I'm starting at 13. But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again, even so, them also which is sleep in Yahweh Shai will sleep in Yahweh Shai will Yahweh bring with him. Right? Read that back over. For if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again, even so, them also which sleep in Yahweh Shai will Yahweh bring with him. Right? So meaning, same way how Yahweh Shai had got put to sleep and he rose again. Hey, it's not it for us, man. Just because we down inside this flesh right now, it's not it for us, man. We're going to rise again. We're going to rise with being part of that 144. All right, so we're just sleeping for a little moment. And the scriptures tell you that it's better to, you can't be, matter of fact, I just grabbed it myself. Salakia, I think it's 10. Here you go. Call Allah Yahweh Shemel Shah. Matthew 10:28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right? This is what we reflect on, man. What Esau doing is nothing. He just killing the flesh. He just killing the flesh, and hey, we still get good mercy from Yahweh Shemel Shah, by seeking, this on out, and that what we were keeping inside. You'll keep in mind inside a time like that anyway. It's just the flesh. It's just the flesh. We're gonna rise again. We're gonna rise again, man. We're gonna rise again with a crown, and we're gonna rise first. That's the beauty of. That's why I say, hey, put on as the elect. Stand still for the name. This is all a part of it, man. This is all about accounting the cost too as well. You may have to die, but you're gonna rise. You're gonna rise, and well done, my faithful servant, man. Man. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. I'm gonna go back down to verse 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah shall not prevent them which are asleep. Right? Because the works that the men that has died in the faith, that died by getting beheaded, right? That's not gonna exclude you from when Yahweh Shah come back. Nah, man, you just sleep for a while, right? Because it's not really death. It's just we at rest for right now, man. We finished out our course, right? It says, verse 16, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, Bashim Shah, and the dead in Hamashiach, right, Yahweh Shah, shall rise first. Being on that chopping block, knowing that you in the faith, man, that should be a good sign to you that you a part of the elect. That you about to rise right back up, man. About to receive that crown right after this, man. Don't count yourself out, man. This is why you gotta stand firm in that day, man. Gotta stand firm. Can't bow down. It says, I read 16 again. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shemashah, and the dead of Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, the chariots, to meet the Lord Yahweh Bashemashah in the air. So shall we ever be with the Lord. That's it. We're going to always be with Yahweh Bashemashah from there on out. Right? The dead going to rise first and go up first. Then the one that stayed around, that didn't have to taste death on this go around, they're going to come up afterwards, man, inside those chariots. Verse 18 is short, but it's heavy. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. Man, that was comfort. Even with the elder just winking, that was comfort. You know, it just let me know he accepted what was going on. He knew that, hey, man, this is it. We're about to get crowned after this, Lord willing. We have ran our race, you know, like how Paul said, you know, I'm roughly paraphrasing it, man. Fought the good battle of faith. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. Lord willing, this was edifying and to the point. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Krakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, rule well and teach well, right? Who present their body as a living sacrifice as well. You know, and shalom to a few sisters, right? That's taking heed in order. And like I say, man, just another double honor to the elders and the apostles, man. You know, that was definitely a good example inside that dream that I was able to, you know, see. I just wanted to share it with you. Till next time, shalom.